Welcome to the James Bond Marathon, and today I'm going to do the very first Bond film of all, Dr. No, which is based on the 1958 novel by Ian Fleming with the same name. The plot is about the death of a fellow British agent who was shot in the beginning of the film, and listen to the sound of those gunshots. You gotta love the 60s.
Drop it, Professor, and behind you.
So they send James Bond, played by Sean Connery, is sent to Jamaica, and the trail leads him to an underground of Dr. Julius No, who is plotting to disrupt an early American manned space launch with a radio-beamed weapon. So it's up to James Bond, to save the day. Now, even though this was the first James Bond movie, it wasn't the first James Bond novel. James Bond's debut was actually in Casino Royale, which was actually Fleming's first novel, and yet it was the 21st movie in the James Bond franchise. Damn, how late are they? Because this movie was in 1962 and Casino Royale was in 2006. Do the math. Many of the iconic aspects were actually first established in Dr. No, like the very iconic view of Bond walking a sniper gun and just simply shooting at the camera while blood spills down the screen. So while the plot goes on, Bond is imprisoned by Dr. No and manages to escape through a vent, and Bond goes and disguises himself as a worker, and Bond fights his way through the central control unit. And Bond goes into the room with high-tech instrumentation with an atom reactor set on the floor. Man, this guy must really hate America. Good thing we have a British agent to save us. So Bond quickly overrules the reactor just as the American rocket is about to take off. So Bond and Dr. No get into a hand-to-hand combat. It's like a final boss in a game with a cool laboratory. But soon James pushes him into a reactor's cooling vat, in which he boils to death. Soon Bond finds Lawyer and they escape in a boat while the entire lab explodes, and that's the end. So after this, they spawned a new franchise of Bond films, all based on Ian Fleming's book. Although they are not entirely in order, they are awesome in their way, except for Casino Royale. Damn, that was late. Oh yeah, one more thing. I can't believe I didn't mention this before, but when James Bond first appears, he says those famous words out of his mouth when he first speaks.
Bond. James Bond.
Masterful.